everybody, Clarissa Burt here in the Limelight TV, and yet another fantastic guest this morning. I'm really excited to have a very, very good friend that I've known for a long time. You know, I guess I've been having people that I know forever coming in, and I'm so excited to introduce to you Paulette Bodeman, who is known as a Tantric Yogi, and I want to learn all about that, but this is her book, The Breakaway Girl, and I have it. She's dedicated it to me, so this is my copy. I'm so excited to have this, and I want her to tell us all about this book, first off, and it's sort of an autobiographical work, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. It started because I've been teaching yoga and teaching meditation and philosophy, tantric philosophy, for quite a long time. And it started between journaling and questions that my clients and students would ask. And it just morphed and it became this, memoir. And it's also self-help because at the end it's broken into 4 parts in dedication to the goddesses because they are our superpowers.
Yes.
And I realized I was writing, and I tell the story about my writing coach who I kept saying to him, I don't know the title.
I remember that phase. Yeah.
And he said, just keep writing. And
Right.
so I kept writing, and he said, the book will tell you. And I'm like, the book is going to tell me? But the book told me. So one day I'm hiking with my husband in northern Arizona, and we're talking about, the book and sections. And we're talking about that my mom, at different periods of my life, called me the black sheep of the family.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
That's a whole nother chapter. She'll be back for another episode.
Exactly.
We'll talk about.
Exactly. And we're hiking away, and I'm like, I was never the black sheep of the family. I was a breakaway girl. And I was
There
like,
you go.
oh
That's
my
it.
gosh.
That's it.
And so the whole
Wow.
premise, the idea, and it just morphed, and the whole course of my work has shifted and changed because what I realized is that we're all breakaway girls and guys,
Right.
and that we have these moments in life where we just need to make a shift.
Yeah.
And we have to break away from what's keeping us stuck
Right.
in that story.
Right.
Right.
And to that end, you've created an online digital course.
Yes.
For women mostly, but men as well. But let's say women mostly, that help them when they're in that stuck place, help them get out of that stuck place, move forward into enlightenment, empowerment. Tell us about that, because I want to do it too. I really want to do the course.
Yay!
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah,
Yay,
I can't wait to do it. Yeah.
The course starts in October. It's called the Roadmap to Legacy.
Okay.
And so it's led to this idea of breaking away and creating the life that you want and making these shifts. And I have this, everybody in the coaching world right now is talking about leaving a legacy. And I'm really, I want to shift that because I believe that you have to live your legacy every day. You have to learn how to create a new narrative, rewrite the script of your life, and live your legacy today. And then it becomes the legacy that you leave. It's not that you wait towards the end and you decide, wow, did I do what I want to do? Do it now. And that's what the online course is about. It's about learning who you are, where your stuckness is, how to get out of that.
Right.
I call it the BS limiters.
Right.
It's that bullshit that you tell yourself.
She just said a bad word.
I did. It's like that stuff, that rumination that just keeps you spinning in this circle. But we are not, I truly believe we are not controlled by our circumstances, though it does mess us up. But we have the power to rewrite the story of our life.
Yeah, and it's amazing how many women I speak to that really do hold themselves back, don't realize that they're doing it, and I think that they get stuck in the I'm taking care of everybody else place, and that's what I'm supposed to do as a woman, and that's what I'm supposed to do as a daughter, and that's what I'm supposed to do as a mother and a wife, and they don't leave enough time for themselves. So really, really cool that you've created this course to help women in that place, because I know that there's a book in everybody, there's a message in everyone, there's a story in everyone, there's so much more to be done, and I know that this is true for myself as well. As you were at my 60th birthday party some months ago, and it was 60 is a different number. It's a whole different world, right? So at least it is for me, because I don't think about legacy in the sense that I don't have children, but I have friends and I have family and I have cousins and nieces and nephews and other people that that might, either want to look up to me for some reason, or that I could leave
Absolutely.
something of value to. So, it only really dawned on me recently. I thought legacy meant leaving something to your children. So not having children,
yes,
I didn't worry about
can
that.
I talk?
Sure.
Can I jump in
Please,
here,
yeah,
because
do.
this is
Yeah.
hugely part of my program.
Right.
I did help take care of my folks the last couple of years.
Yes, you did.
They both passed.
Yes.
And I had all these little stories about my mom, who was an amazing woman. And towards the end, as she was passing, we would have these little conversations. And in yoga, we call it sutra, when there's these short, little, pithy statements that are potent and packed with stuff.
Right.
And she spoke to me in sutras. And she would grab my hand and say to me, don't, when I'm gone, we were really, really close.
I know you are.
Don't feel sad. Keep doing your work. Women, I didn't have that in my age.
Right.
Women need mentors. They need voices. So keep doing what you're doing. And what really spurred me on was when she was a little bit, when they were still able to come for dinner and lunch and that, I would have these family dinners and I would ask these questions. And one day I wanted to be just about my mom and dad. So we asked them silly questions. What's your favorite dinner and color and all of that? And then I said, what's your legacy? And my mom started crying.
Oh, no.
And my son, who holds his feelings rather close, he got these tears in his eyes. And he said, what are you talking about, Nana? And she said, well, I don't have anything to leave. And he said to her, you're the legacy. And she was like, what? So we went around the table and we each told her something that we felt was one of the qualities that we either had because of her, or wanted
learn
to
from her,
emulate, and
that will pass on because of her.
That's the legacy.
Right.
How are you living your life every day? What are the qualities?
What a powerful moment. Wow.
Yes,
that
it
was really
huge.
I don't know if everybody heard the nonna part. We passed right by nonna.
Yes.
So
the nonna part.
I just can't get away from my Italians.
No.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. What is your maiden name?
Stramalia.
Oh, there you are. All right. You see how with a passion. Stramalia. So, is it a weekly course? Is it dripped out every week, or can you do sort of a binge on it? How does that work?
Yes, it'll be. It's 8 weeks through Zoom, and it will be recorded, so it will be live. But if people cannot take it live, then they will have the recording, and it's theirs to keep. And every week will be my teaching, and then we'll do some exercises, journaling, coaching, and then some physical things too that I want to throw in there, because we have to embody this.
What is it that you got? Well, first of all, I want to know what tantric means, and then yogi. So how do you know when you reach the status of yogi? Are you told? Is it something that's gifted and given to you, or is it something you just know?
What a great question.
Thank you very much. I'm here all week.
I'm
here all week.
I think yogi, most people still think of yogis today as people who get on the mat and do an asana practice, posture practice.
Yes.
And that is really true, especially here in the States. But yogis are people who want to engage in life fully and look at the philosophy. And Tantra means to weave and to web, it's like a thread of your life. And so it also means it's a method. So it's a methodology, sort of like a GPS. It's like an inner GPS for life. And so it gives you these guidelines in this roadmap to how to weave your inner and outer landscape, I like to say, and create a life worth living, to create a legacy self, I call it. So you become a yogi when you decide to up-level your life and become more aware and conscious.
Aware and conscious, everybody in the limelight. I think that's a really great message right there. We're going to go to commercial break. Do not go away, because we are going to be right back with Paulette Bodeman. Hey everybody, Clarissa here. I wanted to talk to you about audible.com. And why? Well, you can get countless amounts of books on audio. Just listen to them. Who has the time? I don't, to stop and read all the books that I want to read. But I'm always in the car. I'm always traveling either from Phoenix to Las Vegas, or out to San Diego, LA. I've got plenty of time in the car that I can be listening and learning, or listening and enjoying at the same time. So I've decided to affiliate with Audible. It's what I love to do, is listen and learn. So why don't you do the same? And They've got it in different languages. So it's not just English. I know there's Spanish and other languages as well, that you can go in and pick all kinds of different titles, all kinds of different books, and listen to them. And for me, I, again, love learning. It's the quickest way for me. It's the easiest way for me. It's the most affordable way for me. So go ahead. You can get a free trial. I'm going to send you to clarissaburt.com/audible. Go there now. You will not be sorry. So many things to think of. You're back in the limelight, everybody, with Paulette Bodeman. I want you to show you the book again, because I don't know if you can see close up, probably not, but you should go and take a look on Amazon at the Breakaway Girl, because I've always said about Paulette that she does things with her body that I think are illegal in about 16 different states. It's great. I'd say that in love, and I say it in jest, because the things that she could do, I mean, are really, they're enviable, to say the least, through the practice. When did you start and why?
Oh, I started later in life because you talked about that 60 mark. I've hit that 60 mark a few years ago. And so I didn't start till later in life. And I started because I was never an athlete. I was very shy as a young girl. And so I didn't really do much. But I had a young son who I say he was my guru because he pushed the boundaries. And he made me have to look at life differently and not just the same old. So I was led to the practice and to the philosophy. Mostly meditation came first. And I wanted to make sure that I showed up and was the best mom for him and the best person I could be. And I made a lot of mistakes. You know, I wish I could have a do-over. But
did you get a lot of answers from meditation?
I love meditation. And people think, even today, people think that meditation is about stopping the thoughts in your mind. And from a tantric perspective, that's impossible. Our mind thinks involuntarily. It's like our heart beats and we breathe. Our mind has thoughts. So meditation is simply showing up. And you pay attention to, well, is that same crazy thought that really isn't true anymore?
But it still is stopping. It's relaxing into a chair or whatever, you know, or on the floor or on the mat or whatever that is.
Totally.
Closing your eyes, taking, you know, really be mindful of breath and going where universe is going to take you, I suppose. That's basically what it is. Just the first two steps in that, stopping and sitting down, for me, it's a huge challenge. And so when I've tried it before in the past, it's really, I say the word again, it's challenging because I feel as though I'm taking something away from something I'm really supposed to be doing. I know, that's why I want to take your course.
Yeah, because you have to break away and shift that thought. That's a habitual mindset that the busier we are, the more productive we are. The thing is, I think the Dalai Lama said that he meditates for an hour a day when he doesn't have a whole lot to do, which I can't imagine him not. And then when he does have a whole lot to do, he meditates for 2 hours because it expands the time frame. Now, you don't have to meditate for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. You start with 3, 5, 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. But it sets the tone of your day, it calms your nervous system, and it clears the cobwebs away. And you just, anything to me, anything worth something of value, legacy, whatever, is challenging. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Life isn't easy. Life could be hard.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, life could be hard, but when you give yourself that time to really pay attention to, geez, you know, what is it I really want? You know, I see on your board there, limiting beliefs, eliminate limiting beliefs and emotion. That's part of my course. So I have this model called the Breakaway model, like stop that loud chatter in your head. And it's break is the limiting beliefs that you have, the beliefs that you have adopted from your cultural DNA, whatever, that do not serve you anymore. The R is rumination. What are those thoughts that take you down the rabbit hole all the time that you just keep spinning? You have to pay attention to that. And then what are the emotions and the feelings that arise that, you know, okay, I'm feeling anxious right now. I'm feeling challenged or I'm feeling fear. You have to pay attention to that. And then the A is authorship. You have to take authorship of your life and rewrite your script. And then it's the K is kinesiology.
Right.
It's like, how are you going to embody this and move it?
Right. I remember that when you were writing the book, it was really rather cathartic for you.
Yes.
It was a process that I remember, first of all, I think you struggled with wanting to do it or not do it. Who would really care? Should I really do this? And you got past that. Then it was, okay, then what is it, the name, what's it going to be called? And what am I going to put in it? And is it going to be more of a teaching kind of book? And then you went, remember? It was going to be like this whole teaching thing. And then you went, nope, that's not what I'm going to do. It's going to become an autobiography. I mean, there was a real zigzag around this project and this body of work that I think, I remember going through this kind of with you on the phone and as we were going through it, you were going through it, and I helped you on a phone call or two, as a girlfriend, and what do you think kind of thing. You really went through it fully. And so there were a couple of breakaways for you along the way.
Definitely. Thank you for that. Yeah. Yes, and I really appreciate Clarissa has always been there for me from the day we met.
Yes.
And I could pick up the
when
phone.
When did we meet? I don't even remember. Do you? How we met or when we met?
I don't remember.
That is the craziest thing.
Oh, because you started teaching me Italian, but I failed.
You did not fail.
I failed the class.
You stopped. You broke away from Italian. That's what you did.
I just want to say that we always have breakaway moments,
Yeah.
and that it's paying attention to them and letting them work for you, not against you. Yeah.
I love you.
Oh,
I love you dearly. I really do. I love this lady. Paulette Bodeman, everybody, you want to get her book, The Breakaway Girl. And your courses, when are they going to drop, and how can people find you?
They can find me on PauletteBodeman.com on my website. The course starts in October, and my podcast starts in the early September.
Fantastic. Bodeman is Bodeman, just so everybody knows. PauletteBodeman.com. Okay, everybody.
Yeah.
That's it for this episode of In the Limelight TV. And make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, and follow me on social, Clarissa Burt. You can find me there, and you can find Paulette Bodeman there as well. Bye, everybody. Until next time.
Ciao.